Welcome to Be by Arina. Today I want to take you on a trip to Delta del Ebre. We went there last month for a long weekend and we really enjoyed the trip. And yeah, since I moved to Spain, I love discovering everything it has to offer, all its different landscapes. It has so much variety. It's just very, very enjoyable to explore around. And the trips don't have to be long to encounter, yeah, just new things all the time and new experiences. So, Delta del Ebre is definitely a very special area. We did have a very clouded weekend, but we made the best out of it anyway. So we went first of all to the port La Ràpita, where we had a little walk around. It's definitely a fisher's area as well. We ran into a lot of stuff, nets, tools that the fishermen use. Also, when we got a little bit too close, we got a very intense fish smell at some point. So I don't recommend that necessarily. Luckily, it was not sunny, or I think it would have been even worse. So we decided to book an experience and go to the mussel farm. Yeah, the mussel farm was a very nice experience. So we took this boat trip very shortly and suddenly also very fast, which was quite a surprise for all the people that we had on our little boat that we were speeding off suddenly. So yeah, the mussel farm is called Musclarium, and yeah, they explained to us how they harvest and well grow as well the mussels and the oysters. So the oysters they put them on. A little piece of cement, like about 3 oysters. They connect them together and they grow like that. The mussels, they go together in the net. So, yeah, of course, there was a tasting as well with that. So, these are some of the best mussels that I've ever tried. I think just the freshness of them, they were, yeah, just really nice. I also tried the oysters. I'm not an oysters fan, but yeah, it was like just a place to try it, I guess. But as you can soon see from my face, I definitely yeah, it was just not, it's not for me. Oysters are not my thing. The mussels were definitely the better experience, even though they cook them very simply. This mussel farm produces 9 million kilograms of mussels each year and 700,000 kilograms of oysters. I also wanted to share here this experience of finding the smallest possible mussel, which I found incredibly cute. So I managed to open it, and there was an actual baby mussel in there. So yeah, just incredibly funny and cute. Yeah, we also went to a little market there in La Ràpita of some local artisans. We continued exploring a little bit the area around La Ràpita in different ways, looking for small corners to see what it's all about. We went to Maria Espai Gastronomic, a restaurant where we tried first of all their homemade croquetas, which had a bechamel of seafood. They were delicious. After that, we tried their carpaccio de gamba, which are raw shrimps in a very nice dressing. They were delicious. And we also wanted to try a paella. Here we tried the something that is called arroz del señoret. So it's when all the sea fruit is actually peeled and you can eat it very easily. We got back on the road after that because we still had to get to our accommodation, which was in Deltebre, a small hotel. But before getting there, we explored a little bit the road there, including the natural park of Delta del Ebro. There's beautiful bicycle lanes along the river. There's really nice walking paths as well. Yeah, there's some nice natural corners to discover, and honestly, it's a very quiet place to enjoy enjoy your time. There's a lot of fauna and flora to discover, so also a lot of birds. People go very often to Delta del Ebre for bird watching, so it's a very beautiful natural area to discover. After that, we arrived to our hotel, which is called Hotelet del Delta. So it's a small hotel, compact bedroom, but very comfortable. So we were very happy with our choice here to enjoy these days that we took some time off. So yeah, little small terrace as well, and the garden that they have. We went to this restaurant, Del Taic, in the evening in Deltebre. Honestly, finding a place in Deltebre to eat, it's not so easy, like a good place, I would say. This place was definitely an exception. It's a beautiful place with a slow food concept, embracing nature in every way. And the food was absolutely delicious. I recommend it. It's everything we ate was very special, very unique. I just recommend you to try, for example, these tacos that were amazing. They're also sharing here some things of local producers around. Yeah, it's a place that, well, really embraces everything related to slow food. And we had this incredible little toasts as well, with like a tuna tartare, which was delicious, a little bit spicy, but very delicious as well. So yeah, actually in Deltebre itself, there's not so much to see. We had a walk around. It's not really worth it. Besides this specific restaurant, I would definitely give it a try. They also have a very cute outdoor terrace where we spent a moment, but it was a bit chilly exactly that night. So yeah, here back at the hotel the next day, we were going for breakfast. So yeah, it was a well taken care of breakfast, everything you needed. So we enjoyed that very, very much. They had this bread exactly from the rice fields of Deltebre, so it was made with rice. Deltebre is known for its rice fields, so they have a lot of products also related to that. So yeah, we enjoyed a cozy, quiet breakfast. As I was saying, Delta del Ebre is known for its rice fields, which are intentionally flooded with the water from the river to cultivate the rice. So it creates a very special effect, and yeah, it just gets this landscape of wetland. It also gives the biodiversity that this area has, so you can see a lot of different types of birds, such as flamingos as well, and others. So yeah, depending on the season that you visit, you will see it in full grown, or like here, when it's fully flooded and the first sprouts here and there are starting to grow. Our plan that day was to go to have lunch in Ametlla de Mar, and to get there, first of all, we had to pass through L'Ampolla, and we made a first stop there, discovering a little bit some corners. So it's also at the seaside, and we were having a little look around. So before going to Ametlla, we saw that there was a cheese kind of place to visit. So yeah, as we both love cheese very much, we decided to go have a look. As it turned out, it was not just a cheese shop, but actually also, of course they produced it there, but they had a lot of animals there, so you could actually visit the place. So as a spontaneous thing, we decided to have a visit to all those animals there, and it honestly was like a very surprising activity that we didn't plan on doing, that we just happened to encounter. So of course it's an amazing activity with your family to enjoy this kind of animals and to feed them and to have a look around. There were different types of birds also, like loose, going around, also a lot of different birds in different cages. So yeah, actually, just the two of us, we enjoyed this visit very much. You could really approach some animals. There were also very peculiar types that we've never seen, so it was just really nice to see that we were interacting with them. So I don't know, we just had a great visit here to this farm, looking around and feeding them. I really like when things just happen like that spontaneously and you just have a lovely time embracing like things that you stumble upon when traveling. And yeah, probably we could find a farm also nearby where we live. But the thing is, like, we never make time for this kind of thing. So to enjoy something like that, allowing ourselves to do it, it's just a gift in that moment. There were these funny looking animals also that I don't think we ever saw. So we really had like a blast with them, and these beautiful peacocks that were, well, and there were plenty of them all over. So yeah, I also, it took me a while to convince myself to also feed some animals, but here in the end I well, took a chance and I decided to try with these sheep here. But yeah, the feeling is very, very funny. I can understand very well that it's quite an experience for children to have. So because it is for adults as well. So yeah, they're cute. So a great experience. So yeah, we of course had to buy cheese as well, because being cheese lovers, after this visit we wanted to try several things. They also had like homemade marmalades, and yeah, we tried all of them later on. In case it wasn't clear in this video yet, we're big food lovers. We love trying out different types of food, different restaurants. We love going to the source of things, to look how things are done and made. And of course, trying the nice restaurants around an area that we're visiting is always a must for us. That's also the reason why we decided to visit Ametlla de Mar. Besides having a look around, having a look at the port, at the little streets with a lot of bars and restaurants. I mean, it's actually a very beautiful place to visit, to spend your holidays. So, yeah, definitely recommendable. But so, yeah, we went to a restaurant called La Locha. So beforehand, I did some research about the restaurants around, and this one definitely caught my attention. So we were here waiting a little bit for our reservation, which was quite late, but yeah, we didn't mind doing so. So, first of all, they gave us some appetizers, which were absolutely delicious. It was like a cod cream and a pumpkin soup. We also got these shrimps, which were absolutely delicious. We also paired everything with a very nice, good red wine. We had some tuna here that was cooked very shortly with some asparagus. And also, we had some cod with a poached egg that we put there on top, and that we had to mix completely. So, yeah, that was that. We also had a dessert with a mixture of chocolates, which was delicious as well. We decided to go to this fira. It's like a very big market that was happening for ceramics, and we absolutely love all things ceramic. So this market brought together a lot of international artisans. So it was like just amazing for us to be able to visit it. And yeah, we bought a couple of things, including these cups that we used at our dinner that we had in our little terrace, where we actually used all the products that we bought that day, including the cups, the nice bread that we found, honey, marmalades, the black salt from Delta, also the olive oil of the region, and of course the nice cheeses and ham. As you most likely noticed, it was definitely not beach weather during this weekend that we spent there. So we decided to visit the castle of Miravet, which is more inland. And yeah, it was a great visit. It's a beautiful castle to visit. We discovered all the corners of it. It was the part that you could actually visit was smaller than we expected because it is a very large castle. But yeah, not all of it is accessible. And also, I think the upper part, specifically because it was quite windy, was closed that day for visitors. Well, for safety issues, no. So that was a pity, though. We can see the views from the town of Miravet upwards to the castle, and of course also the river. So it was nice to first of all see it from down towards up, and then we arrived up to the castle. So if you enjoy history, I definitely recommend you having a look at this castle and checking out the information. If you are in the area, I definitely recommend having a stop here. This castle was once one of the most powerful Templar strongholds in Europe. So it stands above the Ebro River for nearly 1,000 years. It's very unique because the walls rise straight from the cliffs and makes it look like the fortress is a part of the mountain itself. Before it became a Templar fortress, it was built by Muslim rulers in the 11th century. So, yeah, these stones definitely have held multiple civilizations and have witnessed a lot. So, of course, it was built here above the Ebro River as a strategic point for trade, but also for defense. In 1308, it endured a siege that actually lasted more than a year, which was a dramatic fall for the Knights Templar. But yeah, nowadays when you visit, I would say you can definitely just enjoy these beautiful views that the castle has. We definitely spent quite some time looking around and just looking out at the nature around and the river itself. And yeah, it's you can see the beautiful court as well. Yeah, it just imagine how it must have been 800 years ago, surrounded here by these thick stone walls, and how they probably had been preparing for battles that were very important back then. On our last evening, we decided to finally take the bike ride that we had been postponing every day due to the weather. But we thought, okay, let's do it. We really wanted to because the bike lanes there were just really attractive. We had a momentarily moment of sun, which was yeah, reason for celebration. But we actually suffered quite a lot on this bike ride because we had a lot of counter wind. So it was not the best idea, but afterwards we had a lot of fun just laughing with ourselves. And yeah, that's how we concluded our weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be happy to make more content like this one, discovering different corners around Spain and Europe. So see you in the next one.